Wednesday. This is my third one. Let's keep them rolling. Okay, what have I done this week? Transferred my mead into secondary, and it's now sitting in a dark cupboard. Didn't take a gravity test before I made it, stupidly. Or if I did, I didn't write it down, so I checked my brew log. There's nothing written there. But tested the gravity once I transferred it, and it was like 1.02, I think it was. And it tastes, smells quite amazing. And it's only been in the like primary for what, just over 2 months. The fruit started dropping out, and it was clear, so time to rack into secondary. So I racked that into secondary, and I'll leave that in secondary for probably 2 months. Then I'll rack it into some bottles and let it age and have for another 2 months. So I should be able to drink it July, August. So, but what it's tasting now, it's quite amazing. It's one of, if anyone wants to search for it, it's just a J-O Mead, J-A-O Mead. There's heaps of forum posts in various different forums about it, so I don't really need to go on and explain it. But once it's finished, do a little taste test and put it up on my channel for you. But anyway, I'll chuck you to the video of me just so you can see me transferring it from one to the secondary. Catch you back after this. Hey guys, just transferring my J-O Mead into its secondary now. As you can see, it's crystal clear. I'll just put the old torch for it. Not all the fruit's dropped out just yet, but it's 100% clear, and from the forums I've read, it says this fruit should start dropping out after 2 months. It's been after 2 months, and it says rack once clear, so let's rack it. So let's have a quick look at the hydrometer reading for my J-O Mead. It's finished at like 10.1.0, it's like 4, but it's like, at the moment it's just completely crystal clear. Smelling that, oh, amazing. Let's have a sneaky test. You can definitely smell the alcohol in that. When I did it 2 months ago, I forgot to take a starting gravity, so I'm 100% sure it probably would have been 1.110, I think it would have been. Anyway, you can definitely smell the hint of citrus, and you can smell the spices. There's definitely a spicy smell there, but you can smell the heat from the alcohol. So let's give it a try. That is good. It's not dry at all. It's sweet. All I did was use some baker's yeast, but that is good. The alcohol, like the smell from the alcohol, is much worse than the taste. You barely get any burning sensation from. You get a bit of heat, like very mild heat from the alcohol. You can definitely taste the honey, citrus, cinnamon, and the other star anise, and the cloves were in it. So you can definitely taste all that. But it all's mellowed well together. But now what I do is let this age. So it's now in its secondary demijohn, and it will sit in there for, probably let it sit for another 2 months, and then I'll actually decant it into bottles and let the bottles sit for another 1 or 2 months. So let's say it'll be what? So I'll do it and bottle it start of May. I'll be able to drink it about in July sometime. So keep watch, guys. I also transferred my German Imperial Eagle IPA, or Black German Imperial Eagle IPA, into its secondary. Now what I did with this, actually thought I'd do a slight little experiment. So I transferred 4 litres into one of my demijohns, and I dry hopped that with, was it 10 grams of Summit and 40 grams of Cascade. So it's about 50 grams all up. I didn't write it down. I only did it now ago and can't exactly remember. And then I transferred the rest into my other fermenting vessel. I dry hopped that with 50 grams of Columbus and 50 grams of Cascade. So we'll see. I'll do a side-by-side taste test once it's in the bottle, etc. And I'll see if there's any difference. I don't think there's going to be a huge amount of difference because both have got quite a bit of Cascade in it. So I was going to dry hop the 4 litre batch with 25 grams of, no, actually it was 40 grams of Amarillo, and I used 20 grams of Cascade. But I was always suspect of my Amarillo hops because they took 2 weeks to get here in the middle of summer. There was a debacle with the couriers. I won't go on about it, but essentially they weren't stored correctly for the 2 weeks in transit. They would have been in hot vans and warehouses and things. And I was always a bit sussed when I got them. They were a bit pale. They smelled alright. That was the citrusy Amarillo smell. But once I made up the 50 odd grams of Amaretto and Cascade, had it sitting in the little container until I transferred. It's like sanitized everything and transferred it. I just had a smell just to check, and there was a hint of cheese there. So they used to always say if you can smell cheese in your hops, then they're pretty much shot. So they went straight in the bin. I only had 60 grams of Amarillo left, so I threw the other 20 grams I had in the freezer straight in the bin, which is a shame, especially since Amarillo is not exactly cheap and it's a bit hard to get over here in Australia. So went with the 10 grams of Summit and 40 grams of Cascade, so we'll see how they come out anyway. What else have I been doing this week? Still planning my medieval ale. Probably be doing that in about a week or 2 now. Once now I've put the Imperial Eagle into its secondary. So hopefully should be able to bottle that this weekend. Hopefully if I'm bottling that this weekend, then I'll probably do the medieval ale. As you would have seen in my 6-string breweries video, the microbreweries opened up just down the road from me. Win-win. Bought 2 litres of the IPA and a litre bottle of their pale ale. Wasn't overly fussed with the pale ale. It was alright. The IPA was quite nice, but I did a taste test, so you can check out my other video. I won't rant on about it here. So I had that as well. Hopefully there'll be more content in my Homebrew Wednesday next week. Should be a bit more. I should have bottled my IPA and started the medieval ale, which I'll try and film as well. Oh, and I got some beer mail coming, which I ordered from Cooper's. Once that arrives, I'll chuck up a little video and show what I got. So anyway, thanks for watching Fraser Breweries. Till next time, cheers. 17. Have another home brew, guys.